Coming up,
For people that like training, this is like Disneyland.
former professional soccer player Rodrigo puts me to the test with this intense workout program.
This is my new obsession.
Luckily, restaurateur Della cuts me some slack and feeds me well with this healthy plant-based bowl. Dr. Sam gives you some cues to walk or stand with proper posture. Personal trainer Morgan Shapiro shows us a relieving stretch, and we'll learn how this dental office is making x-rays more comfortable. All of that and more is today on SoFlo Health. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and it is an absolutely beautiful day here in a very familiar place, and that's Fort Lauderdale Beach. On previous episodes of SoFlo Health, we've talked about the benefits of the ocean air on your allergies, the calming effect of the waves, but there's one health component we haven't really talked about yet, and it's been hiding right beneath our feet. It's the sand. Well, the Earth's surface to be exact. How does that benefit our health? Well, you'll have to keep watching SoFlo Health to find out. This is Rodrigo. He runs 54D, a complete self-improvement program centered around the commitment to the process of fitness. I'm at 54D in Design District, their brand new location. I'm joined by Rodrigo, the founder of the brand. Rodrigo, thank you for being with me today.
Hunter, nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
It's nice to have you here. You like it?
Oh, it's beautiful in
You
here.
like it? You like the place?
Oh, I do. There's a lot of unique parts of it, but I want to ask you first, what is 54D and what's it all about?
We are a transformational program, absolutely. We have 3 different pillars. The first one is training. The second one is nutrition, and the third one is recovery. It's 54 days in a row. Training is it's difficult if you don't understand what you are doing. So we try in those 9 weeks to accomplish everything that they want after when they finish the program.
Now, I don't have 54 days,
No.
but we're going to spend some time together. He's going to run me through some workouts. He's asked, hey, I don't want the microphones on. I want us to just have a session so
Yeah.
you can feel what it's like. And then after the fact, we'll talk about it and I'll share my experience with you.
Yeah, and you are in shape, so you are not going to suffer.
Yeah.
You will see that.
We'll see.
You will love it. For people that like training, this is like Disneyland. Absolutely. We enjoy this every day.
Well, you heard him. I'm going to Disney World. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. I'll tell you what, I am beat. I'm in pretty good shape, and that was pretty brutal right off the bat. What would you say for people that enroll in your class? What does the first few weeks look like?
In 54D, we understand that people that enroll with us, they have different levels.
Yeah.
So the 54 days is exactly to accomplish this, to understand that there's levels in life. We show you that you can do more. In here, we go every day a little bit more, every day a little bit more. So when you finish your 54 days, you are a complete different version of yourself than the person that starts with us the day number 1.
If people would like to learn more about 54D, how can they?
You can go in the website 54d.com.
Yep.
But the amazing thing, Hunter, is that we have a 54D online program. So people around the world is doing our program right now as we speak. So if you go to my Instagram profile, that it's at RO54D, we have every Saturday a live class. Even if you are doing different things, you can go every Saturday with me, and that's absolutely for free.
Thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you, Hunter, and you can do the 54D online program with me.
Hey,
what about that?
I think so. I think I need it after this,
you can try it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and thank you all.
So, how is the sand or the Earth's surface good for your health? Well, it's through a process called grounding or earthing. And that's just simply your skin contacting the Earth's surface. The benefits are said to be anything from decreased inflammation to a reduction in chronic pain. Is that true? Well, stick around and find out. You're in Doral, and there's plenty of places to grab a drink, but what if you want something healthy to eat? And what if you want vegan food specifically? Well, you can go inside the Doral yard and look for Della Bowls. That's what we're going to do. In fact, Jose is going to put one together for us. Then we'll talk to Della herself and taste one. I'm now joined by Della of Della Bowls inside of the Doral yard. Della, thanks for being with us. I love that your name is also the name of the bowls. How did Della Bowls become a
Thank you for being here.
Sure, of course.
So I'm originally from Ohio. Where I grew up, there wasn't as much consciousness about healthy eating, but I was lucky enough to grow up in a home where there was always amazing fresh food and a lot of fruits and vegetables. And then in my 20s, I was fortunate enough to be able to live and study abroad for a couple of years. I also started to see both abroad and here a lot of the inequities in the food system, and the fact that you have in this country 1 out of every 8 people is food insecure, meaning that they don't know where they're going to get their next meal necessarily. And so I started to get very passionate about how we could work together to make healthy food more affordable and accessible to a larger segment of the population, and really thinking about how can you make healthy food really delicious and really craveable, and also keep it at a price point that's accessible.
A lot of people associate healthy food with being costly and not tasting good. So you're solving 2 of those problems.
Exactly. And I had been really interested in cooking and in eating plant-based food for a long time. I was in business school in Boston, and my friends kept saying, you have to turn this into a business. And then eventually I moved to Miami in 2014, and that morphed into opening Miami's first culinary incubator and community hub called the Wynwood Yard. When the Wynwood Yard had to close in 2019, when we lost our lease, we moved to downtown Doral, and that's where we are today, in the Doral Yard. And Della Bowls is part of the Doral Yard as well.
You know, lots of businesses have struggled throughout that time, so I'm so happy to see that you're here in 2021, and I'm ready to taste a Della Bowl.
Amazing.
What is in this one?
So this is called our Doral Bowl. So it has in it brown rice, our verde sauce, which is sort of like a salsa verde. It has pumpkin seeds and tomatillo, and it's actually my favorite sauce, super delicious. Plantains, lentil meatballs, funche, which is like a corn fritter. And then we also have in here marinated kale, and then a hearts of palm avocado salad.
I'm going to get a taste of it. While I do that, tell me about these 2.
Awesome. So this is our avocado toast. Our chef, Jose, invented this mix, sort of like a gluten-free naan. It's really delicious. Avocado, radishes, pickled onions, cilantro, and some spices.
This was great. Lots of different flavors, but nothing that competes with each other. It all blends together so well. A little salty, a little sweet, a little tart.
This is our Mexican coffee frappe. This is my new obsession. So it has pumpkin pie spice. It also has cold brew, cacao, oats, cashew, cream that we put on top. Everything is made from scratch. This is absolutely delicious. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I've been drinking them every day.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is. What I love about it is that it's like a filling drink. It's almost like a snack on its own more than just a drink. And it's very flavorful, it's creamy, absolutely delicious, and that's from a non-coffee drinker as well.
Well, I'm glad you love it.
Well, thank you so very much for having us here today. I'm going to just try some more of this. Come back for one of our favorite stretches, advice on standing up straight, and how walking on the beach may be just what the doctor ordered on SoFlo Health.
Focusing on you. Innovations in modern medicine from your team of experts at UHealth, the University of Miami Health System.
Alina's shoe was sidelined when a knee condition made it harder to walk.
Zero quality of life. I lived in fear of every step.
After having traditional knee replacement surgery 2 years ago, Alina needed her left knee replaced. She went to see UHealth orthopedic surgeon Dr. Victor Hernandez, who's using a new device called the Track Patch to monitor patients' progress post-surgery right from home.
The Track Patch is a wearable device, so it's able to record via Bluetooth to your iPhone things like steps, range of motion, and motion after surgery.
Patients place the surface sensors on the side of their knee, follow the exercises on the app, and the data is sent in real time to their doctor.
I was able to track these patients and see how they were performing. They can send me wound pictures, they can send me if the leg is swelling.
UHealth is one of 2 centers nationwide conducting a clinical trial using the Track Patch versus standard physical therapy. So far, patients using the device have cut their recovery time from 3 months to just 4 to 6 weeks. Alina credits Dr. Hernandez and the entire UHealth team for getting her back on her feet fast.
They're a teaching hospital, so they're always on the edge of technology.
Does the Earth's surface really have the ability to heal us? Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Franke, and we're exploring the idea of earthing or grounding. See, by standing on the Earth's surface with our bare feet, we are connecting to it electrically. The Earth is negatively charged, and our bodies are somewhere in the neutral range because our cells are negatively charged on the inside and positively charged on the outside. That's going to be important for later, so remember that and watch this. Later, Dr. Sam is going to show us how to stand and walk with proper posture. If you want to follow along, warm up with this stretch from the second ever episode of SoFlo Health. We're here at Midtown Athletic Club in Weston. This is Morgan, our trainer. That's Orestes, and this is Danielle. Morgan, what are we doing?
So today we are going to do an exercise called the cat-cow. Really good for spinal mobility, really stretches the spine, the neck, the core. We're gonna start on all fours, down on the floor. And first we got the cat. So you're gonna arch that back up, getting a nice stretch in that back, separating those shoulder blades, and then you're gonna reverse it to your cow. Looking up, inhale on the way up, and exhale on the way down. Good, a few more just like that. Really take your time, go at your own tempo, really feeling your body.
Oh, I'm feeling my body. I'm gonna figure out which animal I need to be. You watch more SoFlo Health. The Earth, negatively charged. You, a mixture of charges. Your resting cells are negatively charged and the area around it is positively charged. Remember? Good. That's important because your body is able to make electric currents through your nervous system to be able to send signals and run this machine body of yours. So the idea behind grounding or earthing is that by making direct contact with the Earth's surface, be it sand, grass, or whatever, that you're able to balance out with the Earth's negative charge versus the myriad of charges you have going on in here. Again, I'm sure glad that's happening by itself because it's a lot to keep track of. Today we're at Florida PACE Centers and I'm joined by Chief Medical Officer Dr. Azugaray. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us here today. Tell us about Florida PACE Centers.
PACE is an acronym and stands for Program of the All-Inclusive Care for the Elderly. It is a program that tailors to very specific individuals, very important individuals that must be credited and authenticated to enter our program by the state.
What benefits do participants receive?
The greatest benefit is that this program offers a very tailored and personalized medical care. Sometimes the older we get, standards of care don't necessarily apply. And the beauty of our program is that we personalize it to both you and to your closest direct family members. We ask you particularly what your goals are in life, and we tailor the medical care to these goals so that dignity, quality, and even towards end of life, your wishes can be honored.
That's wonderful. Does that include daily checkups or, normal physical exams?
What we focus on predominantly is preventive care. By coming to the center either 1, 2, 3, or 5 times a week, we can catch any disease in its earliest state and prevent a hospitalization. We will treat you early, we will treat you correctly, and this provides you better quality care to prevent those hospitalizations that no one wants.
Right. When it comes to that preventative care, what does that look like for the participant?
Again, the model is very unique in that we offer a multidisciplinary team. The team is consisting of a medical provider, a nutritionist, social worker, physical therapist, and occupational therapist, recreational therapist. All of this is what I deemed concierge medicine. We tailor your specific needs to you.
My brother's experience has just been so enhanced by the professionalism that the PACE associates offer in both social activities, in his medical care, in so many aspects of his life. He loves going to PACE every week and seeing everybody there and socializing with them and having a myriad of activities to be able to participate in.
If people would like to learn more about Florida PACE Centers, how can they?
You will be able to reach us via telephone through our intake department.
Doctor, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You may have been walking or standing your whole life, but Dr. Sam wants to help you do so with less pain when SoFlo Health returns. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Franke, and today we're exploring the idea behind grounding. Recently, a few small studies came out talking about making contact with the Earth's surface, and it turns out that there are some health benefits. Those were increased blood flow, increased healing properties, and an increased overall good mood. There still needs to be more studies done to be conclusive, but hey, I'll take any excuse to go to the beach. It's a very South Florida day today. I came to Mid-Beach with Dr. Sam. We were gonna walk up and down the Broad Walk, and I'm just nervous of getting caught in the rain, so we're standing close to our escape route. But we wanted to talk to you about walking and posture and standing in posture, right, Dr. Sam?
Absolutely, Hunter. We pay so much attention these days to sitting with proper posture. We talked about it in the car, in a restaurant, at home, working on different things. But what about when you're walking? People start to walk and you see them, the head is caved forward, the hips aren't really moving, and they're kind of hunched over. And people are on their phone, so they're in a bad flex position. So all that good work they're doing, whether they're going to chiropractor, physical therapist, they're sitting well at home, they're paying attention to it, nullified by the way they walk and stand.
Right. Okay, so if I stand to the side here,
exactly,
what would be the wrong thing?
So Hunter, a lot of time people would just kind of look down at their feet. This is an incorrect way. What you don't want to do is be looking down. You want to look ahead. You want to have that proper posture. The second thing is the shoulders rolled forward. A lot of people walk with their shoulders rolled forward and their hips, and they're kind of flopping their feet like they're carrying scuba diving equipment on their feet. You don't want to be flopping your feet when you walk. You want to be lifting it and walking through your hips. What you'll see typically, people will walk like this. And that's the way they're walking. As you notice, like, I'm barely moving my feet. I'm kind of leading with my feet instead of my hips. Now I'm gonna show you the right way, and I'm gonna see if you can mimic it.
Okay.
What you're gonna do is gonna pull the shoulders back, looking forward with your eyes looking down, and you're walking using the arm swing just like so. You're propelling your motion through your hip, not with the flopping of the feet.
Right.
There you go. If you notice, Hunter's actually walking through his hips, not walking kind of hunched over like this.
Right.
This also contributes to your abdominals and that core stability. You want to build that core strength. You don't want to tight like this.
Right.
You want it to elongate, and that'll help, especially with those hip flexors.
Right. What would be a helpful cue for people to be in the right standing or walking posture?
Just like when we talk about when you're sitting, you want to basically pull your shoulders back and drop them into proper posture. Your head held high, and you're going through the motion just like so. It's better for your health, better for your posture, better for everything overall.
Well, Dr. Sam, thanks for weathering this storm with us here today and sticking to our health despite the weather, which it seems to be clearing up a little bit, but I don't know. I'm still
nervous. You never know,
it's
Florida.
Yeah, and one more shout out I'd like to give. I'm going to give everybody at home a quick look of what our crew looks like here, making sure that you can get all this health information, and we really appreciate that. So thank you so much, Dr. Sam. Thanks to the crew, and thank you for watching SoFlo Health. And lucky for you, there's more. So I've piqued your interest on grounding or earthing. Great, now what? Simply go for a walk or stand on the Earth's natural surface, meaning the sand, grass, mud, you get it. If you don't want to do that, you could also float in a natural body of water like the ocean or a lake. And if you're not up for those, you can always buy special equipment like grounding socks or a grounding mat to stand on. But listen, the ocean's right there, the sand's right here, it's free, I'll stay here. We're at Atlantic Florida Dental, and I'm joined today by Dr. Shopler. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us here today. Quickly, tell us about Atlantic Florida Dental.
Atlantic Florida Dental started about 50 years ago. We offer all phases of dentistry, and we placed tens of thousands of dental implants. We have here the latest milling units and scanning units in dentistry. It makes us available to fabricate a dental crown in approximately 4 to 5 minutes.
And I think you have what it starts out as right next to you here, yeah?
Yes, it starts out as a dilithium silicate block and ends up as a crown that fits into the mouth, that's cemented into the mouth. So it's a fixed restoration, not a removable restoration.
And that's made in just a few minutes?
Made in virtually very few minutes.
So people that have crowns or implants in the past would know that that's very unusual.
Yes, this is the latest technology.
And why is that important to you here at Atlantic Florida Dental?
Well, it allows us to be more efficient. It allows us to make a dental visit more pleasurable in that it's a shorter visit. As I said previous, no impression, and the patient leaves that one visit or at the most 2 visits, and they're done. They don't have to keep returning for their dental treatment.
Right. And now we're going to hear from one of your patients. What procedure do they have done?
This patient has had full mouth dental rehabilitation with dental implantology and ceramic crown.
Throughout the years, Dr. Schoppler and his amazing staff have treated me with new caps, and then we moved from caps to implants. And I have probably 15 implants in my mouth, no pain, no problem, and I love them. And for the profession that I do, knife throwing and Western arts performing, I need a nice smile, and they provided me with it. Fantastic. So there you go.
Doctor, thank you so much for sharing everything with us today. If somebody would like to learn more about Atlantic Florida Dental or book an appointment, how can they?
They can call the phone number on the screen, and if they have a dental emergency, they will be seen the same day. And if they're for a regular exam, they will receive the exam, the consultation, and the x-rays at no charge.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Whether or not making direct contact with the Earth's surface through a process called grounding is good for your health is still up for debate in the medical community. But you don't have to be a scientist to come out to the beach and take a walk along with your bare feet and think to yourself, there's something just that feels good about this. I'll leave you with one more piece of healthy information before I send you on your day. Remember earlier we were talking about electrical currents and how your body is able to create them and send messages through the positive and negative relationship through those ions? That's all possible because of electrolytes. Sodium, potassium, chloride, etc. all conspire to allow your body to send those signals, contract your muscles, and a slew of other health benefits. That's why it's so important to take in plenty of water and electrolytes. Now, let's listen in to SoFlo Home Project's design expert and host, Elena Capra. Hey Elena, what's going on later today on SoFlo Home Project?
Hey Hunter, so today we're talking about creating beautiful outdoor rooms in your home. Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, we share the latest tips and trends on creating the ultimate outdoor spaces, whether big or small.
Thanks Elena, we'll be watching. That's all for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you'd like to watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health, you can do so on SoFloHealth.com. Follow us using @SoFloHealth to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. And until next week, I'm going to ground myself right down the beach. Goodbye and good health. Next week on SoFlo Health, Thanksgiving approaches. Oh, you're a vegetarian? No problem. We'll introduce you to a chef who shows us a tasty vegetarian recipe featuring Turkey Day flavors without the turkey. Plus, the latest in dental technology and more moves with Morgan. We'll see you then.